My experience is that many of us, when we encounter biblical text, have a sense of almost paralysis about how do I really make sense of this? How can I call this Scripture mine? The Lectio is a free guided Bible reading program that is online that has been put together by our School of Theology faculty to build a bridge between the world of academia and the world of the church to enable deeper levels of biblical understanding. The purpose of the Lectio is to empower us to approach the text with the benefit of a guide, someone who is biblically trained, a scholar who can bring authority to the study, but also someone who has a deeply personal Christian faith.
One thing that we want to do in the guided reading is offer a blend of good academic scholarship, but have it be accessible enough that really just about any Christian or any interested person can hear or read and understand it and appreciate it. I often encounter students that tell me two things about the Bible. First, that they find it to be their authority and the foundation for their faith, but also that they find it very difficult to read and thus they don't invest a lot of time in reading it. What the guide offers is an opportunity to see a bigger picture, to get a little sense of method and context, so that they can engage in the relevance of Scripture and thus find it easier to read.
If I would read something and then I wouldn't know where to go from there, and the Lectio really helped me know what to do next and how to use what I just read to play into my life. I definitely think it helped me understand more than I ever could have on my own, and the Lectio really allowed me to realize, I guess, the importance of reading more than just a verse or two, but actually looking at the Bible in context.
I think there's something healthy in recognizing the challenge of the complexity of Scripture, but at the same time I think the issue is relevance. A lot of people just don't find the Bible relevant to their everyday life. And one thing that we're trying to do in the guided reading is help make that connection so that people can engage in Scripture, appreciate it, and live by it in a way where they're inspired to read it more and more.
One of the great things about the Lectio is that it provides a wide range of ways that people can engage. You can listen to it online through the podcast, you can read it, you can download it, or essentially print it off and hand it to a friend.
The question of why this is the case is explored more closely in the Sermon of Parables. The Greek word parabole.
You know, as a pastor, I struggle with how do I shape and help form a biblical imagination in our church, and how do you see the whole broad story, but also see the depth of it and see the richness of it, and that excitement that comes when you start noticing the details. And so the way we've decided to do that at Hillcrest is with Lectio. So one of the things that Lectio has helped us do is coordinate our whole community's focus on Scripture. And so kind of the vision for that would be that, you know, in the car on the way home from church on Sunday, the parents could ask the kids, what did you study this morning in Sunday school? And then they could have a conversation about the passage where everybody is on the same foot and same footing as far as what they know.
It's a 4-year program that is built around, again, this concept of bringing the Bible to life, making it accessible for an everyday person to connect with biblical themes and biblical understandings. And that's our heart's desire.